a computer program or the user application that is in the user side, and through that particular application program or the computer program, one service can be requested from the kernel of the operating system. The kernel is the heart or the core of the operating system. The application program is just a user process. Due to the security reasons, user applications are not given access to privileged resources. Why it is not given? Because some application programs are there and they are not secured. Okay, the user does not know that what is the secure application, what is not secure application. Some application program is there, they may have some harmful resources, harmful files, and that may cause any security reason in the computer system. So to handle that one, the application program is not given priority to access the resources directly. Okay, so it has to go through it has to go through the kernel, because the kernel knows that which hardware is kept there and which software is kept there and how you can work with. Okay, so kernel is taking the responsibility here that your application is safe, your data is safe, your instruction is safe, everything is safe here. Okay, when they need to do any IO or have some more memory or spawn as process or wait for a signal or interrupt, it requests operating system to facilitate these things. Means you know that operating system handles the memory, the process and the interrupt. So everything or IO operation also. So everything is actually when you are going to request the operating system to do that one, that will be done by the particular system call. Okay, so through the system call, the operating system can do this thing. This request is made through the system call. So that means the system call can do only the IO operation, memory operation and the process management and the signal or interrupt operation. Like this thing is there, how to start the operating system, how the from the BIOS, the ROM BIOS, the data will be loaded in the RAM, that is shown in the procedure here, the booting, how the booting happens, and one by one step is written here. First to turn off the switch. Okay, then from the BIOS the particular bootstrap loader will be loaded in the RAM, and then the computer will start. Okay, so this power on self test is there, this post is there to make sure that all the hardware is working. So this question may come that what is power on self test. Okay, this question may come in the interview also. What is power on self test? So this power on self test is a test that is done by the basic input output system called the BIOS. Okay, to check whether all the hardwares that are installed in the computer, they are working fine or not. Okay, that thing is done when you have seen that when the computer is turned on, at that time it may show that the battery of the ROM chip is not working. Someone may say that the USB keyboard is not linked, the USB mouse is not linked. Okay, so these type of errors are shown while starting the computer. So how it is showing? Actually, because of this power on self test. So when the computer power is on, then it is checking whether all the hardware devices are well linked and they are working fine or not. So this thing is there, MBR is there, and then MBR contains the memory buffer register. Okay, yeah, so this is the whole thing, how the operating system is loaded while you are booting the computer. Okay, this thing you will study. What is the BIOS? BIOS already told that BIOS is the firmware here. BIOS firmware is stored in the ROM or the EPROM, that is the erasable programmable read-only memory, and this stores the bootloader called the bootstrap. Okay, what is UEFI? It is the Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. Okay, it does the same job like BIOS, but only difference is there, it stores all data about the initialization and the startup in .EFI file. Okay, so this is the EFI extension is there. EFI means that extensible firmware interface. Okay, .EFI file is stored on a special partition called the EFI system partition, ESP. okay, on the hard disk. So this thing you will study only. Functions of operating system we already explained to you, that how operating system performs, like IO management, memory management, process management, and file management, also the user interface and the security. So this question may come, 5 marks or 4 marks question may come, how the operating system works or what is the function of operating system. This thing you have to explain.
Sir,
One,
5 marks এর আসলে explain করতে হবে?
yes, you have to explain. You have to explain here, because that the question will come in this way, that what are the functions of operating system. So if it is 5 marks question, then you have to explain everything, every point. If you can draw this diagram also, that will be better. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Process management, I have already told here there, that how the process is managed here. The process scheduling, you know that thing. There are different algorithms over there. That is the FCFS, SJF, round robin, and priority scheduling. Okay, so SRTF is also there. Memory management, I was teaching in the class. I will tell also in the next class. File management, how the files are managed here, and how many types of files are there. Different types of files are there. They are managed by the operating system. And the device management, IO device management, your device controller is there, device driver is there, interrupt controller is there, and the deadlock management is done here by the operating system. Security, by giving the secure protection password. Okay, you can protect your computer. Okay, the data and the user data is protected by using secure password. Any unauthorized access is not allowed there. The owner can give some permission also there. Okay, whether it is multi-user computer or single user computer, the owner can create that one. Also they can be allowed to use the guest user mode also. User interface control is there, like your command line user is there also, and the graphical user mode is there. Command line interface means that when the input will be given by using some keywords or the commands. Okay, without any mouse click, there will not be any menu or any button like that. Graphical user interface means that when you have the menus and the visual images, then only you can say that that is the graphical user interface, like these things. And the operating system history is there, from the first generation you can see, then second generation computer. This is the computer generations. Okay, and how the operating system came one by one, or some example also given here. These are the theory things you can only study for understanding, but this type of question will not come here. Then the types of operating system I have told there: batch operating system, multi-programming operating system, time setting system, multi-processing system, distributed system, network operating system, and the real-time systems, and the embedded system also. So they are explained one by one here. Okay, batch processing system to other things. How the jobs are batched together and they are sent to the CPU for its particular task to be performed. An operating system is taking the responsibility here to perform the task. The advantages and the disadvantages of the batch processing system is shown here, or the batch operating system is shown here. Example is here also. Then the multi-programming system, that multiple programs can be executed by the CPU, that is called the multi-program operating system here. This type of operating system is used to execute more than one job simultaneously by a single processor. Okay, so one single processor is there and that is executing multiple jobs together. So this will increase that CPU utilization will be increased here. Okay, CPU utilization will be much more. So multi-program operating system use the mechanism of job scheduling or CPU scheduling. Okay, so jobs will be scheduled by using different scheduling techniques, as I have told, like FCFS or SJF or SRTF or round robin, etc., depending on the criteria of the task to be performed. This is the time setting system. The different applications are given the time, and based on that the task will be executed by the CPU. Each task is given some time to execute, so such that so that all the tasks will be worked smoothly. These systems are called the multitasking system also, and the task can be from a single user to different user, means different user can work with different application or single user can work with different application. Okay, but here only one thing is there, application is different. You are running more than one program together by using one CPU. The time that each task gets to execute is called the time quantum. In round robin, you know that time quantum was there. So time quantum means that a fraction of time given for the task to execute. Time sharing system, advantages and the disadvantages. This is explained here and the example also is given here. Then the multi-processor operating system is told, where we can say it is the parallel operating system or tightly coupled operating system. Means that multiple processors are working together for the one task, okay, to execute. Sorry, for the multiple task or one task to execute. So these operating systems have more than one processor, and in close communication they are sharing the computer buses and the clock and memory and the peripheral device.